Peace, family, high party people. A favorite phrase that I'm known for saying is, I don't need to know you to love you. And I actually mean it. So I want to say, peace, family. Welcome to the 2023 AASHE Sustainability Awards ceremony. If you've attended this in the past, you know what's on tap. But if not, well, I'm happy to say we have an informative program for you today as we announce live for the first time the 2023 AASHE Sustainability Award winners. I'm your host, Anthony Dandridge, a faculty member in Black Studies at State University of New York at New Paltz. Here at New Paltz, we have the second oldest Black Studies department on the planet. Yay! I am an Afrocentrist, which means I center my analysis of the world within the lived experiences of people of African descent. Afrocentrists, we prioritize culture as a framework for us to evaluate phenomena. I'm also a sustainability faculty fellow here on campus. I'm grounded in the narratives of environmental justice. And in my work, I locate Africans as indigenous peoples. Moreover, I'm happy to say that I am a supporter and contributor to AASHE. As that is a bit about who I am, can we get a sense of who is here and what regions are represented by posting in the chat where you're tuning in from? And please be active members of our event and your community. Also, for just a bit of fun to get to know your energy, who's the family member or friend you're excited about seeing this holiday season? I hope it's not Cousin Eddie. Shout out to those that get the Chevy Chase Christmas vacation reference. But please do participate. Martin Luther King once said, in the end, you will not remember the words of your enemies, but the silence of your friends. Your presence is felt just as much as your absence. So let's be present and let's be active. So again, in the chat, where are you from? Who are you? And this holiday season, who are you looking forward to seeing? Okay, all right, I see some people here. People are filling the chat up fabulously. Virginia's from Quebec, Chelsea, Los Angeles. Looking forward to seeing a new niece, Winnie. Welcome to the world, Winnie. We got your back. Sadie is joining from DC. Issa's in Los Angeles. Looking forward to seeing her parents and sibling this holiday season. Great, great, great. Justin just filled up the chat. All right, go ahead, Justin. Show the love, show the love. Fabulous. Please fill up that chat. Let's be active members of our community. Peggy Bartlett, Washington, D.C. Looking forward to seeing an old friend. Cesar Alfredo, University of Monterrey, Mexico. All right. Wendy Olmsted, Associate Director of Energized Colleges. In California, fabulous. Fabulous, good stuff, good stuff. So let's go ahead and keep on sharing. All right, well, wherever you're joining from, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, family. We have a fun giveaway happening today that will result in one of you receiving a substantial credit towards any AASHE education program in 2024. The link in the chat takes you to a list of inspiring educational programming next year. It includes the Sustainability Professionals Exchange in January and workshops in integrating sustainability and decarbonization in the curriculum, food waste management, the SDGs, and more to be announced. Be sure to enter the win by clicking on that Mentimeter link that's in the chat. Go ahead, you can go ahead and do it right now. And thank you for everybody making their voice heard in the chat. And if you didn't get around to it, there's always time to just go ahead and add things into that space. We'll post the link again periodically so everyone will have the opportunity to answer. The drawing will take place at the end of the ceremony, And you do not have to be present to win. So go ahead and click on that link, that Mentimeter link, to win this fabulous raffle opportunity. Before I get to the big reveal, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the indigenous peoples of all lands being represented today. I'm joining you from the ancestral and current lands of the Esopus and Lenape people. And in that, I would like to share a land acknowledgement. In accordance with the spirit of Sankofa, and Sankofa is that's that African Adinkra symbol of the bird with his head turned backwards, which means to return and or go back and fetch it. We embrace our ancestors, elders, and extended community as valuable teachers within the community, as all people contribute to the reservoir of meaning that humanity draws upon for sustenance. All human beings are descendant of those first peoples in Africa to populate this planet over 200,000 years ago. Knowledge of this fact helps us all to understand our common ancestors, our common conditions as social beings, and ultimately our common reality. Accordingly, all communities, without exception, impart owes its being, vivacity, and limitations to the extensive generations of ancestors and their interactions with the land, air, and water that have contributed to our individual and communal lived realities. Throughout human history, this has in part been expressed as a series of relationships that have manifested themselves in this very moment, as all things one does and does not do impacts all others at all times. On this land, many were brought against their will. On this land, others came in search of opportunities, and on this land, still others have lived here as managers, cultivators, and cousins of the earth. Facts are not fake news. The truth both hurts and heals. But the well-being of any individual and community is in part rooted in self-reflection, critical thinking, and the establishment of solidarity across ethnicities, races, genders, sexual orientations, class, and even organizations. In many ways, solidarity is mutual respect, solidarity is just, solidarity is healthy, solidarity is sustainable. I want to acknowledge what has been buried by honoring the truth. I am standing in the ancestral lands of the Esopus and Lenape people. I pay respect to their ancestors, elders, youth, and unborn. Our gathering here today is in part due to those relationships we have with traditions of violence, love, exploitation of people and resources, which together have unjustifiably, in some senses, taken lives as we walk through this world. Sustainability at its best participates in disrupting, displacing, and decentering these marginalized lived realities of human beings. Your work and our work is also in part due to our efforts at truth-telling, with the intent of making uncomfortable spaces more comfortable and co-creating liberational spaces by the amplification of voices, alignment of purpose, and acknowledgement of difference. Please remember that small things count and that we change the world with each breath that we take. Let's take a moment of silence. And as we move forward, please put in the chat any, if you know the history of those nations that are represented with respect to the land that you are on, please share. We each in our own way can make some good trouble, as John Lewis might encourage this bunch to do. All right. So peace, peace, peace into the world. Cherokee, Muskogee, Piscataway, Mohawk, Shawnee, Ojibu. Kohadi. I appreciate you sharing, and please continue to share. You may not know, but to date, AASHE has given over 135 awards since 2006 to individuals and institutions that are helping to create a more healthy, equitable, and thriving world. In some ways, these award ceremonies is a celebration of our community, and that means you. In the name of celebration and inclusion, tell us about activities, big wins, or partnerships you're particularly proud of or excited about this year. Go to the Mentimeter link that's in the chat and let us know. What are you proud of this year that we can all celebrate today? What are you proud of this year that we can all celebrate? Successful faculty events, environmental justice working groups, publishing first STARS report, making it through the year. There you go. We are going to be carbon neutral starting this year. Oh, very nice. Finishing the third STARS report. Published first sustainability strategic plan. Designing eco-responsible charter of the organization named the Oakvillians. Here on our campus, it looks like we actually just got support from administration to have a sustainability major, minor, and possibly a sustainability center. Interdependency, I see it. All right. Being in community with CBOs stewarding these lands, commuting 100% through public transportation and walking. Okay, all right. Our first green report. Fabulous. Fabulous. So keep populating that Mentimeter. Yes, yes, yes. And I can't wait just to see the different ways in which these things will um, impact us as we move forward. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for sharing. So, in addition to those successes, the 10 winners being announced today represent sustainability efforts in Australia, Canada, Greece, Italy, Portugal, and the United States. AASHE is proud to share this global recognition with the people in these countries. And I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment on behalf of AASHE and all award applicants to recognize the judges that volunteered their time to review 300 plus submissions in this year's program. That's no small feat. Please help me show them some love. Use those Zoom reactions and let us hear your appreciation for this year's judges. To meet the cast of your peers who selected this year's winners, click on that link that is now in the chat. In case you recently joined us, you have a chance to enter a contest for a $95 credit towards one AASHE 2024 education program. Head on over to that link that's in the chat to enter the contest. The drawing will take place at the end of the ceremony today. And just a reminder that you do not need to be present to win, all right? Good luck to everybody. Good luck, people. Good luck, family, all right? And now, without further ado, have those Zoom reactions and virtual drum rolls ready because it's time to announce the first award. First up is the Racial Equity and Sustainability Collaborations Award. This award honors higher education institutions for successful integration of racial equity and social justice with sustainability through collaboration. And the recipient is the University of Southern California for its Urban Trees Initiative. This unique partnership between the university and the city of Los Angeles is preparing for a warming climate and addressing environmental inequities by planting 90,000 trees in the areas of greatest need. Please put your hands together for the University of Southern California. Joining us to accept this award, Mariana Baboni. Welcome, Mariana. Congrats for receiving the Racial Equity and Sustainability Collaborations Award for this in this third year.
Thank you, Anthony. That was great. And thank you to the AASHE community for this recognition. I am beyond proud to accept this award on behalf of an incredible team of talented and inspiring faculty, staff, and students at the USC Urban Trees Initiative. I'm going to start by saying something that everybody here knows. Our cities are getting hotter and hotter, posing a serious threat to health and quality of life. We also know that historically marginalized and underserved communities are disproportionately more likely to live in areas with fewer trees, less shade, and worse air quality. This is the case in Los Angeles, where I'm tuning in from the University of Southern California. But what you may not know is that LA is mobilizing to address tree equity and shade equity. In 2019, the city of Los Angeles launched this ambitious goal to plant 90,000 trees in areas of greatest need. And at the University of Southern California, we started to ask, how will the city direct these life-saving resources to areas of greatest need? How do we go about defining, using equity, what an area of greatest need looks like? So what we're doing at USC Trees is partnering academics with decision makers at the city and at local tree planting nonprofits to guide those resources, those time and efforts to areas that are facing these environmental burdens at greater rates. The best part about this project is that we get to do so working hand in hand with community leaders and residents in these neighborhoods so that we can guide our data to align with the needs and with the lived experiences of the community. And let me tell you, this is the most important part, because you will find that your GIS analysis tells you that the students are walking to school on 4th Street, but then you will meet with the high school students and they will laugh because everybody takes the back alleys and your analysis is wrong. And what we quickly learned is that deciding where to plant trees is not a simple process. And in order to do it right, you have to value community expertise with the same weight as academic expertise. Only then can we all achieve the goal of planting the right tree in the right place. So I am grateful to accept this award to celebrate our accomplishments at USC Trees and our achievements thus far. And I hope that we serve as a model for how to successfully build a climate partnership between academia and the public sector that centers equity and centers racial justice. I want to leave you all with a call to action to harness your own research expertise and passions to build collaborations that take you outside of your campus communities and out into the neighborhoods where your institutions live. And in this way, I truly believe that universities can build transformative projects that plant a seed of hope and for just and sustainable communities that not only benefit our campus communities, but that benefit all of our communities. That's it. Thank you, Anthony. Back to you. Please click our website link to learn more and don't hesitate to reach out.
All right, family, did y'all give USC some cheers? That was fabulous. And let's continue to bridge those gaps between departments, disciplines, and the campus and the community, those critical gaps. Thank you so much. Moving on to the next category, the Campus Sustainability Achievement Award. This award honors higher education institutions for the successful implementation of projects that advance sustainability. The university receiving this award partnered with the Conservation Fund to support a new, diverse generation of farmers in rural Georgia. Please welcome to the virtual stage, Keenut Howard at Emory University on behalf of the Working Farms Fund.
Thank you so much, Anthony. We are so honored to receive this year's Campus Sustainability Achievement Award. On behalf of everyone at Emory, I want to thank AASHE so much for recognizing this innovative program. Thank you to the Conservation Fund when approached with this idea of a way to flex Emory's purchasing power to support a new generation of more diverse farmers and to get more local sustainable food in our supply chain. They just immediately embraced the idea and have worked so closely with us, recruited new farmers, trained and supported the farmers. And it's just been a fantastic program. I want to also thank everyone at Emory and Emory Dining and our chefs who work so closely with the farmers to be sure that we are, that they're growing what we need and so that there's less food waste left on the agricultural fields. And then finally, the farmers themselves, especially the farmers at Love is Love Farm, which was our first farm. They did the proof of concept for us. And then Global Growers, a team of refugee farmers. There are now over 40 farmers in the program. We just passed the milestone of 1,000 acres preserved, and we just started. So we think this is going to grow into a really important way for Emory to reach its very ambitious goal of 75% local or sustainable food in our cafeterias. We're now at 42% local or sustainable, so we're on our way. And really importantly, we have farmers who represent a great deal of diversity. 68% of our farmers are persons of color. 29% of our farmers identify as women. This program has been replicated already in Chicago, and next year it will launch in North Carolina. So like Mariana, I invite anyone interested in reaching out to Emory, keenut.howard@emory.edu. And thank you so much. This means a lot to me. Thanks.
Fabulous, fabulous. I'm sitting here thinking I was about to say that sounds like a beneficial partnership, but you know what? That is a beneficial partnership, especially if Keenut is involved, right? Kudos for that project that has such a positive ripple effect out into the community. Next up is one of the 3 categories recognizing students. The Student Sustainability Leadership Award recognizes students, student teams, and student organizations who've demonstrated outstanding leadership in promoting sustainability on campus. This year's Student Sustainability Leadership Award goes to Natasha Nukievich. I'm sorry, Natasha, from the University of Southern California. Her leadership brought to life the inaugural Eco Film and Media Arts Festival. This festival brought together student filmmakers and artists engaged in climate storytelling and activism. Accepting this award is Natasha Nukievich and Chelsea Graham.
Hello, thank you, Anthony. Hello, everyone. Well, thank you, AASHE, for this award and recognition. It's a great feeling when you do something out of pure love for community and art, and it's recognized at this level. I had this idea to organize an environmentally themed festival, and I pitched it to my team at the USC Arts and Climate Collective. Shout out to Hannah, Monty, Erin, Chelsea, everyone who's here. And just like a true collective, they were 100% there for me, supporting my leadership, helping me with logistics, the venue, the budget, the special guests, the marketing. And I remember when I was organizing the panel, I was overwhelmed that so many people I wanted to reach out to, environmental activists, filmmakers. And I remember my mentor and co-organizer, Colin, told me, pick people you want to eventually work with. And that changed my whole perspective. This is not only an event, but we are building a coalition. We're building a movement. And a year later, I'm now working with the 2 panelists in writing climate movies and shows and organizing more events. And I know some of my classmates have also met collaborators in the event and cultivated long-lasting relationships. And I know Monty, a current student, is organizing the second edition of this festival. So I'm super excited for that. So to wrap it up, I just want to say that leadership, initiative, hunger is all crucial as a student, but it would be in vain without a collective, a community behind you. As I'm writing this, we're getting close to surpassing the 2-degree warming limit. So the time is now. If you have an idea for a project that seems crazy to do it alone, you are not alone. And to all my storytellers out there, which, by the way, scientists and professors and administrators can also be storytellers, we are needed the most right now to tell hopeful, entertaining, educational, and innovative stories that will move us forward toward a sustainable future. Thank you very much. Chelsea, do you want to say something? Thank you.
Congrats again, Natasha and Chelsea. Your enthusiasm for this initiative is infectious, right? And you're talking about we are not alone. That made me think about the African proverb, it takes a village, right? And it's important for us to understand that because it takes a village, we have obligations to the village. And as part of the village, we need to be involved, right? And be active agents as it relates to the different ways in which we navigate this world. I can tell the festival was a success and cool and creative way to learn from the next generation. The remaining winners are in the research categories. And then, of course, there's the Lifetime Achievement Award winner. Before we go on, though, show some more love to our case study winners in the University of Southern California, Emory University, Natasha Kievitz. Congrats to each of you and to your university communities. Links to all of those case studies were put in the chat, but later we'll post a link in the chat that goes to a complete listing of all of the winners, all right? So that will be available for you as we move forward. Also, in case if you were not here earlier, today AASHE is giving away a $95 credit to any virtual education program in 2024. They begin as early as January 4th with a curriculum development workshop. Events after that include the Sustainability Professionals Exchange and workshops that cover topics such as STARS, advancing the SDGs, and food waste management. More events will be announced soon. Either way, you have about 15 more minutes to enter and win, all right? So to enter, that link is in the chat. All right, back to the winners, For the next set of recipients, we'll focus on research that contributes to the advancement of higher education sustainability. This is a fast advancing and wide body of research. This year, there were roughly 230 research papers entered into the awards program. The link in the chat gives you a peek at the depth of research that AASHE's Campus Sustainability Hub has. Now we'll announce the next 6 winning research papers. The first winner is in the Campus Sustainability Research category for undergraduate research. While at the University of California, Davis, Ali Norman authored Differential Vulnerability to Extreme Heat Events Among the UC Campuses, a quantitative analysis of social vulnerability to extreme heat in communities surrounding UC campuses. Please welcome to the stage and show some love for Ali Norman.
Thanks so much, Anthony. And thank you to AASHE for this recognition. I feel really honored to be here today. I'm also so grateful to the University of California Office of the President, UC Davis Sustainability, and Professor Eric Chu at UC Davis for supporting my research and mentoring me along the way. I'm hopeful that this work informs UC leaders as they take action to build resilience to extreme heat and fight climate change through planning and implementation. Moving forward, this research has demonstrated the need to understand exactly how college students are impacted by climate change and their unique vulnerabilities as young people and students. I also believe this project is a testament to the value of student engagement in the research and change-making process, and I'm excited to continue seeing young climate activists use research and higher education to make our communities more resilient. Now that I'm working for the state of California, this work has shaped my thinking as I help develop the California Extreme Heat and Community Resilience Program. And I'm encouraged to see all the extreme heat resilience work emerging across the state, both from higher education institutions, communities, and local municipalities. So thanks again to AASHE for your support, and thanks, Anthony, for coordinating the ceremony today.
Ali. Thanks for your research into understanding the vulnerability to extreme heat at UC campuses. We understand that this will no doubt be helpful towards bolstering resilience in those communities. Great work. The next winning paper honors graduate research. The winning paper title is Campus Foodscapes as Sites of Transformation, Mapping Policy and Projects in U.S. Universities and Visiting Just, Sustainable, and Healthy Food Systems. This thesis by Sophie Lamont shows how campus communities are modeling food system transformations and includes maps of policies, projects, and networks related to the sustainable food systems in U.S. higher education institutions. Unfortunately, we received a note from Sophie that she is sick and unable to make it today. She's located in Australia. So joining the ceremony at 3 a.m. her time was probably not the best idea. You're right, Sophie. We support you in that. We not only congratulate you, Sophie, on this AASHE recognition, but also hope you get better soon. Sending that positive energy your way. Love and light. Okay, moving on to the journal published research. The last 4 research winners have published papers related to academics, engagement, operations, and planning, and administration. First up is the academics category. Please join me in welcoming Alessandro Galli to the stage and congratulating him and his co-authors on teaching sustainability within the context of everyday life, steps towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals through the U-Steps module.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
My apologies, but yeah, that's an exciting outcome of this research is a teaching model for introducing the concept of sustainability to students, right? Right. You can find more about that in this link.
Thank you so much, Anthony, and sorry for interrupting you. And thanks also to AASHE for the award. I'm accepting really with pleasure this award on behalf of all the U-Steps partner, and I would like to mention them, to name them. So it's the Aristotele University of Thessaloniki, the University of Aveiro, Universidade Aberta of Lisbon, the University of Siena, and Global Footprint Network, which is where I work. So what is one sentence that describes our research? I would say that we have merged what are the usual sustainability topics, the multiple topics of sustainability, with popular digital tools, with innovative teaching and learning practices, and most importantly, with real-life experiences to develop an educational module, which we have then used to help students realize more than learn what sustainability is about, starting from their daily life. There is something that we are particularly proud of, and I need to show you some special visual effect for this. As you have heard from others before, I think people and community is a fundamental aspect in all we do. And I think here I would like to share with you this short video. So it has really been an amazing journey for us to see our project and our collective impact grow over time. Over the years of the project, we have increased the number of educators that have used our module in teaching sustainability to their students. And most importantly, the students that have been addressed by this module have been the module really engaging and key in helping them learn about sustainability. So sorry, I'm just like jumping from one screen to the other. And Also, quite importantly, along this journey, we have focused on professors, we have focused on students, but also we have not, let's say, forgotten administrative staff, which are usually left out from many of the sustainability activities within universities. So just to come into the conclusion of my acceptance, I would like to say that even though this project was funded by European Union money, the material that we have produced is available for anyone from any higher education institution around the world to use. So we really welcome you to check out our website and our material. And also to favor scalability, we have turned all these material into a MOOC. I would like to end with a note that comes from all my team, let's say all my partner and friends. We believe really education is key for creating future generation of sustainability-minded individuals. And our biggest hope is really that all this training, these tools, these resources that we have created will continue fuel more sustainable practices within university and a transition to a one planet compatible society. So I would like to thank you again, Anthony, for today chairing, and also thanks AASHE for this esteemed recognition. Thank you so much.
And we thank you. Congratulations again, Alessandro, and to the other authors. I'm sure that a lot of other folks will be interested in the pedagogical tool that resulted from this research. Okay, all right. On to the next category. Engagement-related research, right? This winning paper discusses the potential of colleges and universities to demonstrate climate justice innovations and catalyze social change towards a more equitable, renewable-based future. Please join me in congratulating Elena Canole and co-authors for Climate Justice in Higher Education, a proposed paradigm shift towards a transformative role for colleges and universities.
Thank you, Anthony. I am accepting this award on behalf of myself and my excellent co-authors. That's Elijah Miller, Hannah Axtell, Ilana Hirschfeld, Sophie Leggett, Yutong Si, and Professor Jenny C. Stevens. So thank you to AASHE for this award, and thank you to Northeastern's College of Social Science and Humanities for supporting our research with the multi-generational research grant. This research team was really exceptional because it combined undergraduate, master's, PhD, and of course a faculty member to create this research project. So our research was inspired by the idea that our institutions and the people collaborating in them are more powerful than they're often given credit for. We often think of climate change and injustice as these wicked problems, which is true, but this paper was about envisioning how our anchor institutions, the places where we live and work and heal and play, can drive social change towards a more just and healthy world. So as beacons of knowledge, study, and innovation, we argue that higher education is in a prime position to advance climate justice. We just need institutional leadership to match the fierce passion already proven by our students, faculty, staff, and communities, with commitments to centering and investing in transformations toward climate justice across all decisions. So thank you very much for this award. Myself and my co-authors are very happy to be here. And I just also want to mention that our faculty member, Jenny Stevens, has been working on a book on this topic. So for more depth in this research, in addition to our paper, please seek out her book once it's published, hopefully soon.
And we will seek it out. Thanks for sharing. I love that this paper envisions a different future using the power of higher education, and when our center is really climate justice. So again, congratulations to all of the authors. You'll soon learn who the last two winners are, but first, look into the chat and remember about this opportunity to win a $95 credit towards the 2024 AASHE education program. The link is in the chat. In the operations-related journal published research category, the winning paper is Bottled versus Tap Water Perceptions, Choices and Recommendations in a U.S. Midwest University Community by Kehinde Olajunji, Maya Santi, Georgia Bracey, and Ben Greenfield. Unfortunately, none of the authors were able to join us today to accept the award, but please give them a virtual applause for their work, which sought to understand preferences and concerns between bottled versus tap water. To learn more about that particular project, please visit the link in the chat. Congratulations, congratulations. The last research winner is being recognized for research related to planning and administration in higher education. Please put your hands together for defining sustainability in higher educational institutions. This research supports a coordinated effort towards global sustainability goals and sustainable practices in higher education. Joining us to accept this award is co-author Tracy Harvey at Loyola University, Maryland. Congrats and welcome, Tracy.
Thank you so much, Anthony. It's such an honor to be accepting this award. I now am the Sustainability Director at Loyola, but this paper was actually part of my doctoral research while I was a PhD student at the University of Wisconsin in Madison. So I wrote it with my then advisor, Dr. Alfonso Morales, and committee member, Dr. Kathy Middlecamp. So personally, it has been such a wonderful experience to be able to use this research in my current role through our day-to-day work as practitioners. But on another level, it is a really important illustration of connecting the divisions of higher education, right? So academia with operations and planning and administration, which is something that can be very difficult, but is such a critical piece to building that culture of sustainability and collaboration on campus. I also wanted to take a moment to say how grateful I am for AASHE, not only for this award and this great ceremony and all of the wonderful work that they do, but this research was based off of utilizing the STARS database. It's such a rich resource full of data just waiting to be utilized and can be extremely effective in informing how we advance our work in the real world as practitioners. So this research is not a model or a case study. It's really focused primarily on the idea of shared meaning as it relates to sustainability action, which a lot of times is overlooked. But again, something that is so critical in developing this culture and identifying and achieving goals on our campuses. So the hope is that this research will be used as a foundation for conversation around the meaning of sustainability and the implications of how it is communicated, specifically when thinking about the misalignment between meaning and action and all of the work that we do. So we hope that this will really be a tool used to inform this important work as we all continue in advancing sustainability in higher education and beyond. So thank you again.
Wow, thanks, Tracy. That was fabulous. Yeah, because shared meaning is important in this meaningful world, deeply meaningful world that we participate in. So thank you, Tracy, and the co-authors for this helpful research and helping us advance sustainability in higher education. What an honor it's been to announce live for the first time all of the 2023 winners so far. We've heard about exciting and innovative practices and research advancing sustainability, and I feel inspired and motivated. And I hope that you too feel optimistic about what we've heard today. We've arrived finally at the last category, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Announcing this winner is my colleague, Grace Wong at Western Washington University. Come on stage, Grace. Nice to see you.
Good morning from the West Coast. Anthony, thanks for your great energy in this. And it's been great being at this award ceremony and seeing how much hope there is for sustainability in higher ed. So, Anthony, thanks for emceeing. So, I had the distinct honor of announcing and speaking with this year's AASHE Lifetime Achievement Award recipient. This award honors outstanding leaders who've made significant contributions to the advancement of sustainability in higher ed over their lifetimes. They represent the brightest and most influential minds in the field of campus sustainability. The person you're about to meet is currently the Goodrich C. White Professor Emerita of Anthropology at Emory University, specializing in agricultural anthropology and sustainability in higher ed. As faculty liaison to the Office of Sustainability, she coordinated the Sustainable Food Initiative and led the founding of Emory's Sustainability Minor in Interdisciplinary Studies. She's co-led workshops on curriculum development for over 700 campus leaders around the country. She's the co-editor of Sustainability on Campus, Stories and Strategies for Change, and Sustainability in Higher Ed, Stories and Strategies for Transformation. Having served for 7 years on the National Research Council Board on Agriculture and Natural Resources and president of the Society for Economic Anthropology, she's published over 60 referee journals and edited volume articles, and her work has been supported by the National Institutes of Mental Health, the NSF, and the National Geographic Society. She says that she seeks to combine the scholarship of sustainability with the joy of deeper engagement with the animate earth. So without further ado, please welcome warmly Peggy Barlett to the stage.
Thank you so much. I am so thrilled to receive this award, and I'm so grateful to all of the wonderful people at AASHE that I've worked with over the years.
Great. Well, I have the distinct honor of channeling my inner Oprah and really just trying to let people know how fabulous you are, Peggy. So let's start with something fun. The last line of your bio reads, "She seeks to combine the scholarship of sustainability with the joy of deeper engagement with the animate earth." That sentence says a lot about the deeper meaning behind who you are in your body of work. So tell us more about how you see yourself in that sentence.
Well, when I was first awakening to the environmental problems, I read the book by David Abrams, The Spell of the Sensuous. And it led me to pay more attention to the place where I was living. I realized that I tended to go off to the mountains or to the beach to vacation, but there was all sorts of interesting stuff happening in Atlanta. And I went to Whidbey Island, to the Whidbey Institute, and had a wonderful workshop on place. And then I talked with Jonathan Andelson of Grinnell College, and he had a whole faculty study group on the power of place. And I began to realize this was a way that I felt more connected and more positive. I found that when I got involved with a local watershed alliance, and I found that when I had gone out on the weekend and pulled invasives or did water quality testing, that I had a lot more energy on Monday morning to go to work. And when I saw how other people got interested in sustainability through grounding in place, we put together a conference and we ended up publishing a book called Urban Place, Reconnecting with the Natural World.
I love that story, Peggy. And I have been on the receiving end of your AASHE workshops. According to AASHE, over 850 faculty attended the 24 Sustainability Across the Curriculum Leadership Workshops since August 2005. So that's a great body of work. And these faculty members represent about 460 institutions from across the world. The ripple effects mean that thousands of students are likely exposed and impacted by your leadership. Many people in the audience might already be familiar with the Ponderosa and Piedmont model, but can you talk about how the path came to be such an integral part of your life's work?
It all started with disappointment because when I started calling some meetings at Emory and trying to see if we could get something moving, many faculty didn't participate. And so I asked them why not, and they said, "I'm just maxed out with my research and my teaching." Okay, so we have to meet them where they are. And so I talked to Tony Cortese of Second Nature, and I said, "How do you get the faculty moving?" And he said, "Well, Jeff Chase out at Northern Arizona University has this thing called the Ponderosa Project. Why don't you talk to him?" And so Jeff invited me to go out there. I participated in the Ponderosa Project, even though our two schools are very different. I said, "This will work. This is great." A model of a 2-day immersive workshop that really helped faculty embrace sustainability. So I brought Jeff and his colleague, Paul Rowland, back to Emory, and they taught us how to do it. And then we began to do it ourselves together with wonderful Emory collaborators. But we kept getting requests from other schools to help them start a program at their place. And Jeff, too, was traveling to other schools. We didn't have time to do that and to do our regular day jobs. So Jeff came up with the idea that we would try to bring the faculty leaders to us. And Judy Walton and Julian Dautremont-Smith were very helpful in helping us create a workshop format through AASHE. And we've ended up offering those AASHE workshops. I have to say that for me, my greatest satisfaction in my career is that moment when I see a faculty member in the workshop suddenly get that idea, oh, that's how I can contribute.
Yeah.
And they get excited about what they can do. And that's a great
Well,
thing.
and as I mentioned, kind of as a recipient or as having taken one of these, the teaching the teacher model is just so impactful. So you're now retired from Emory, but you continue to make an impact by providing workshops with AASHE and also leading a support group that's funded through a grant with Microsoft. So what are the things that keep you going, and how do you stay positive, and how do you find joy in this time of a lot of despair around world news?
You know, I think I find optimism because of my life's experience. You know, early on in my career, I experienced some pretty horrible discrimination against women. And yet, within a relatively short period of time, I was a department chair, and around the table with the department chair meetings, a third of them were women. We went from a time when there were 2 full professor women at Emory to really quite a robust community. I started at Emory when there was 1 African American faculty member, and today there's a PhD program in African American studies. So I have seen institutional transformation. If you had said to me that an Emory vice president would commit to reducing landfill waste by 95%, and set out to do it, and Keenet will testify, enormous progress has been made, or that we would create a water treatment facility, or that we would have a major and a minor. You know, these things are really exciting, and we see them all over the country and around the world.
Yeah.
So I do see a lot of movement, and I see a lot of institutional transformation. I'm just so grateful to all the hundreds of people at Emory who have been a part of this. Really, being the one who calls the meetings is the one who gets the visibility, but the hard work is done by all the other folks every day. So I'm just so grateful for this award.
Oh, Peggy, you've been such an inspiration to me and so many other kind of I hate to call it. I mean, I'm now a mid-level, mid-career faculty member, but you've influenced me in so many ways, and I think this is such a well-deserved Lifetime Achievement Award, and it's also a testament to the trickle down of these great award winners that we've seen today. So I thank you, and I think AASHE thanks you. And can we get another great round of applause for Peggy Barlett?
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Fabulous, fabulous. Thank you, Peggy. Nice knowing that you are walking in our world. You do so much more than just take up space. You change it and make it better. So really appreciate you. Thank you for your life's work. Heartfelt congratulations from me and the AASHE community. We're coming to the end of our program. There's still a lot of excitement left. Please make sure you switch your Zoom view to gallery view. There are instructions in the chat for how to do that. And please turn your camera on and show your beautiful face. We want to see you, your smiles, and all that positive energy that you bring in. All right, one more time. Let's hear it for our 2023 AASHE Sustainability Award winners. Lots of amazing research and action on university campuses happening that we can all celebrate, And we also come to, in this space, we also get a better sense of us understanding that we are not alone. A link to all of the 2023 winners can be found in the AASHE's press release, which is posted in the chat. And now, for the last big announcement we've been all waiting for, who will be the lucky recipient of the $95 credit to a 2024 AASHE workshop and other education program? All the names were submitted to the raffle and now included in this wheel of names. Okay, here we go. I'm going to spin the wheel to see who our lucky winner is. Justin Mott. Congratulations, Justin. Fabulous. Congratulations, Justin. You can look forward to an AASHE professional learning through AASHE's great program next year. How exciting. An AASHE staff member will send you an email soon about next steps. Congratulations again. We want to thank you all for joining us today. Thank everybody for joining us today and how you move and make change as we walk in this world by things that we do and things that we don't do. Again, if you feel comfortable turning on your camera back on, we want to say thanks again for sharing this time and space with us. Oh, all right. Look at all that energy. All right, there you go. All right. Turn that camera. Oh, amazing. Okay, award winners. Let's see those Ravana awards you received. Award winners. Let's see those Ravana awards you received. Yes, yes. Congratulations again to each of you and to everyone in our audience. You all shine bright. This is an awesome community to be a part of. I have one last request and I need everyone's help. We're going to create a congratulatory word cloud for the winners and collectively all of your accomplishments. There's a link that's in the chat to share with your appreciations. It's easy. Just click on that link, enter your congrats, say in a different language, whatever you got. Show that love. Show that love. We all family. Show that love, family. Show it. And I also want to give a special shout out to everyone that made this happen. Daita Sergi, thank you for producing today's show. Also, special thanks to Crystal Simmons for directing today's show and managing the awards program for AASHE since 2015. And last, but certainly not least, thanks to all other AASHE staff and volunteers who helped along the way. Happy and safe holidays, everyone. The winter solstice is around the corner. Here's to the new year, blessed with peace for all of us. Take good care now.